All right, can everyone see my screen?
Looks good.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get started by going into command, which hopefully everyone knows how to do at this point. I believe it's agent.kw.com. I usually just have it saved as console.command.kw.com. I'm gonna have to move this Zoom bar so I can actually. All right, there we go. Rid of that. All right, so the few things we're going to be going over today is first, we're going to be setting up our marketing profile. So this is going to auto-populate into some parts of the website, as well as designs and landing pages. So marketing profile is something you definitely want to set up at the beginning when you start using command. So to get there, at the top right, you can either click your name or the little arrow, go down to settings, and then you're going to click on connect settings and open up the marketing profile. Over here. All right, so to get started, the first thing it asks for is your headshot, and it does crop it out into a circle. So you need to have a square headshot, which most of them are not. So I just want to show you how you can turn your headshot square real quick using command. I'm going to go ahead and open up a new window. One of the nice things about command is you can open it in multiple tabs and not lose where you are in your other tabs. So in command, you're going to go into designs, which is right here on the left side. You can also open it up to see the written descriptions. And then you're going to hit the plus sign to create a new design. And I usually use the social, but I think you can use any of them to create a custom size. And then from here, you're going to click on My Designs. And you'll see at the top left, you can create your own custom size. So we're just going to press Start from blank. And then I'm going to do custom size. Now on the marketing profile, it says 360 by 360, but it doesn't need to be that small, because if you do make it that small, it might be a little blurry. As long as it's square, it will work. So we're going to go back over here. I'm just going to make it 1,000 by 1,000, as long as it's a square image. And then if you click here on images at the left side, you'll be able to add in your own images by going to add, and then you just drag and drop, or you can click it and find it in your computer. I already have a headshot in here, so I can just click right there. And then what you want to do is just stretch it out so it's the size of this square. So it looks like it's a little blurry. This isn't the best picture. Minimize this. Stretch her out a bit. All right, not the best example, but you just need to get your headshot square, and then you can go ahead and download that. And then you're just going to upload it right here. But the biggest thing is it does crop around the corners. So you need to be square in there. Otherwise, your head's going to be really small if you try to fit your whole horizontal picture. So you just click upload and you can find the picture in your computer. And then same thing goes for the team logo. It does need to be square. It doesn't need to be 360 by 360. So for those of you with horizontal logos, it's a little difficult. If you do upload the horizontal, it's going to be very small.
Hey, Kevin, can you try to be a little more descriptive about where you're clicking? Like turquoise button in the middle, something?
Yes. Yeah, cool. So for these pictures, you just click upload, which is right here underneath. It's the blue button. And I don't know if you can see it, but when I click that, it does open up my file in my computer. I think right now you can only see my browser, but you're just going to go and find the square picture you created and upload it that way, and then it'll populate right here. And then same goes for the team logo. A lot of people do have horizontal logos, so you might want to recreate a square one like I did. And for those of you who are not on teams, what I've done when I help people out, is you can use the Realtor logo. So if you just Google Realtor logo, you'll see on the NAR website right here, you can download all of their logos. So that's nar.realtor is their website, and then it's just logos and trademarks. And then right here, you'll see blue, black, and transparent, and you're just going to want to download the web image. So if you click download for web, then you just have to go ahead and right click and save it into your computer. And then you're just going to, again, press upload right underneath team logo. And you can upload that Realtor logo if you don't have a team logo. Do we have any hand raises before I get out of the pictures? I know that's a little confusing part. All right, so scrolling down, this part's very straightforward. You're just going to enter your first and last name. Your license number goes right underneath. And then right here for team, you put in your team name. If you don't have a team, if you're a solo agent, you could put in Realtor or, you know, just a basic part there that you want displayed with your name. So I'm going to show you on the website where this appears. So your team name, once your website's created, is going to go at the top right here. So it's going to act as your menu. And when you click it, you're going to have the drop down of all the different pages on your website. So I have seen people put menu here where team says, where it says team. But the one issue with that is at the bottom of the page where your headshot is, it'll say menu underneath, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So I would recommend Realtor or your Realtor, something like that. Your job title, I just used real estate consultant. Whatever you want to call yourself, real estate professional, that goes right here under job title. Your designation, so these would be like your ABR certification, SRS, your luxury designation if you want to put that in. I've just left it blank because when the site first came out, it kind of wasn't formatted right down here, so I haven't tried it. We'll try putting ABR in just to see how it looks. Your bio is your description about yourself as an agent or a description of your team. So if you're a new agent and don't have a bio written, I would recommend looking up some other agents on Facebook or going to their websites to get some ideas for what to write in there, and then customize it to show your clients what you do as an individual, what you do differently. This is going to show up on, again, this whole marketing profile will go into designs. So anytime you make a flyer, if you wanted to put in a bio, it's going to show this here. So take some time writing that. And you can always come back to this page and redo it or add to it. Right underneath there, you have phone number, email, and website. So phone numbers, you do not include the dashes. it will automatically do that for you. So just type out the numbers for your cell phone, office phone. If you want to include the fax number, you can. And then underneath there, you have your email. And if you haven't created the website yet, which most of you watching probably have not, you can leave this part blank for now, unless you've created a GoDaddy or Google domain. If you have a custom domain name, you can put that in here. But again, you can always come back and add that. Just make sure you include the entire URL, not just the domain. Oh, back there. Not just the domain name, but also the HTTPS or www, whatever it is. So this next section is for your brokerage logo. So if you don't already have these saved, I'm going to show you how to get there. So we're going to open a new tab and go into KW Connect, which is kwconnect.com. We're going to click on Resources, or hover over Resources, and then go down here to Marketing, which is going to pull up the marketing page. For you new agents, KW Connect has so much information on here. There's thousands of videos, lots of documents with how to do things in Command and Connect. So definitely dig around with all these different resources we have for us. But you'll see when we go to marketing, this top left box for logos and branding, we're just going to click that. And then we're going to scroll down a bit. And right at the middle of the page here, you'll see a search bar where you can search for your market center. So you can either search for 178, which is our number, or Atlanta North. And make sure you don't do North Atlanta. We are Atlanta North. And then you're just going to click download here on the right side. And we're going to see it pops up at the bottom as a zip file. So I'm going to go ahead and click to open that. And then let's see if I can swap to that file real quick. Can you guys see this? I guess you're all muted. Let's see. Carrie, give me a head nod if you can see this file folder.
I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, it's going to come up as a zip file. So all you have to do is click extract all to unzip them, and then figure out where you want to put them on your computer. And then you're just going to extract them. And you're going to use these logos a lot. So definitely put them somewhere you'll remember where to find them. Because anytime you create a marketing piece, you're going to want the Market Center logo on there. So a quick breakdown, black and white, obviously, those are the black and white images. CMYK is better for print items. So if you're creating a flyer, you're going to want to use that one. And then RGB is what you want to use for online, any kind of social media or digital files. Oh, what did I do? KW Connect. All right. So once you have those downloaded, all you're going to do is click on upload, the blue button underneath your Market Center logo. And again, that's going to open up a computer file. Let me see if I can switch back there. Can you guys see this file folder? Yeah, okay. So I have mine saved here as logos. So I've saved mine as KW logos. Again, you're going to go to RGB, which is what you just downloaded, and just go ahead and click this one right here, the white background Quan logo. and that's going to pop right up. So it says it needs to be 360 by 360, just like the headshot, but it does not. It can be horizontal. I don't know why they put that recommended size there, but so yeah, just use the horizontal logo. And then you're going to type in your market center brokerage name. So Keller Williams, Atlanta North, your market center phone number, which again, you don't need dashes there. The market center address, which 3730 Roswell Road. And then your brokerage license number. So if anyone doesn't know that, it should, for new agents, it should be on your password sheet that you're given when you first sign up, but it's H-62960. Now we're just going to scroll down a bit. So some states require specific verbiage at the bottom of every web page. So this is where your compliance section goes. So I'm going to show you on the website what is already put in there. So as you can see at the very bottom, we already have equal opportunity employer, supports Fair Housing Act. Each office is independently owned and operated. So as far as I know, we don't have any specific things we need to add in Georgia. So I've left this section blank on mine. But if you wanted to include anything else, maybe a wire fraud notice or some kind of a legal footer, that's just going to show up at the very bottom of the page. And as you can see, there's also the equal opportunity logo right here. So if you wanted to add any other images, you would do that right here by clicking upload. Again, it just opens that file folder. And then you also have a spot where you can put in a hyperlink. So the link title would be what is displayed at the bottom of the page, and then you just copy and paste the URL right here. But again, I don't think you need to add anything in Georgia. I could be wrong about that, but I've left mine blank for now. So right underneath that, you have your social media links. So once you've created your website, you'll see if you go to the menu at the very bottom, it's going to show your social media links where you can click and it'll take them right there. Hopefully. So as you can see, this is our team Facebook page. So all you need to do to get to these URLs is whatever social media you want to link to, just go to your page and then you're going to copy the URL at the very top. And then you'll just go back into the marketing profile and paste it right there. So you can do Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We're not very active on Twitter or LinkedIn, so I've left those blank. These are completely optional. So if you don't have Instagram account or a YouTube channel, you can leave those blank. Or you could, if you wanted to, link to maybe the Keller Williams YouTube account. Right underneath that, you have your Facebook Pixel ID and then your Google Analytics tracking ID. So Facebook Pixel ID is tied to ad campaigns, which I haven't used. I'm not sure exactly how that works because I think your Facebook Pixel ID is linked to your account, but when you run ads through command, it's going through the Keller Williams account. So I'll have to play with that. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I know you would go into Facebook Ad Manager and you can pull this Pixel ID, but you really don't need it because in command, it tracks for you. And then your Google Analytics ID, I can show you that really quick. So I think it's analytics.google.com. Give it a minute to load up here. But essentially, you're just linking your website to Google Analytics, and you can track how many users are on your site at any given time. Now, I've added my ID to the marketing profile many times, and every time I go back, it seems to erase itself. So I haven't tried in a bit. But all you're going to do is go to, let's see, I think you go down to admin at the bottom left, and you might have to create a Google Analytics profile first. You're just going to log into your account and create it that way. You go down here at the bottom left to admin, and then you're going to create a property. And you want to measure your website, so you just highlight that and press continue. And you can go back to this later. You don't have to set it up right now because you don't have your domain name set up yet. But all you're going to do is give it a name. So I could call it KW website. Change it to HTTPS because that is what our website is. And then I would just copy and paste my URL from my website into the Google Analytics tracker. Just like that. Press create, and then on your home page, it'll set up this. I haven't had many users, so forgive that. Sorry. So back in here, once you've created your new property, which is basically just a tracker, you go down here to tracking info, tracking code, and that's where you're going to find your tracking ID at the very top. So I would just copy this and then paste it into the tracking ID spot right here. And your branded KW app link, I'm not sure if this auto populates. I don't think it does. So what you're going to do is in command, and we actually covered this in our app class that was last week. So in command, you're going to go to the bottom left on the consumer tab. Go ahead and open that. Click on consumer. Then you're going to go over here to site and app settings at the top right next to the blue button. And there's a tab at the top that says URLs. And this is where you're going to find your app URL. So you can click the big blue copy button right there. And then you'll just go back into your marketing profile and paste it right there. So that is everything on the marketing profile. Really the longest thing, the thing that's going to take you the longest to fill out is just your bio. Everything else is really self-explanatory and easy to get through. And again, you can always come back to here, so don't spend too much time up front. If something's confusing you, you can go ahead and save and then always get back into there by going into settings at the top right and then going to connect settings and clicking on the marketing profile. So are there any questions before we move on to creating the website now that we've gone through the marketing profile?
I've been keeping up with them, so I think we're caught up.
I like it. All right. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start in command. And again, we're going to go down to the consumer tab, which is the bottom left. So this is the tab that you go to for everything website or app related. All right, so we're going to start by going to the top right again to site and app settings. And then right underneath that, you're going to see Learn More with Kelly Guides. It's written in blue right here, and you're just going to click on that. And right here, all you're going to do is highlight agent site by clicking the little circle on the left side. And then you're going to press the blue button to continue. So this is going to open up the Kelly website guide. And it walks you through setting everything up. So you might have to scroll down a bit. I have my page zoomed out. But scroll down to look for the Get Started button at the bottom. And go ahead and click that. And then you're just going to hit acknowledge and continue. All right, so as you can see, it's broken into 4 different sections. The first section is your subdomain and your marketing profile. So your subdomain name is whatever you want it to be. It could be your name, it could be your team name, or if you had a catchy local thing like Harry's Bright Homes Atlanta, I think that's right. You could type that in here, and that's going to show up in front of .kw.com. So ours is pattyjackson.kw.com. So on our website, you'll see it displays up top. So kw.com is the domain. You're choosing the subdomain that goes in the front. There are some criteria here, no more than 30 characters, so keep it short. You want something that's easy to type in. No spaces, no special characters, just use a word or a few words or a name. And you're going to press confirm domain to make sure that it's not already claimed. If it is claimed, change it up a little bit and try again. So you want this to be unique to you. And then we're going to click on marketing profile information right underneath it. And if you've already gone through that marketing profile that we just went through, everything is going to automatically populate right here. So just go ahead and read over it to make sure everything is spelled correctly. You have your names, your market center, which you can actually change here. I think that's pulled from the marketing profile. You have your market center address. Again, your team or business name is what's going to show up at the top where the menu is. So just keep that in mind, that whatever you put there is going to be the link that people have to click on. I have a feeling they're going to change that at some point to where we can have a different name at the top than as at the bottom where your team name goes. But for now, they are the same. So just keep that in mind. Your job title, which really only shows up at the very bottom of the page. Oh. Or maybe it doesn't even show up on there. That might be in the bio, so we'll go back to that. But yeah, just a job title there. So real estate professional, consultant, realtor. Put in your email right here. So you'll see the little asterisk, I think they're called, little star. Those are the required fields. So you can see most of them are required. You definitely need your office number. I'm not sure why that one is not required, but make sure you have that in. And you can see it says exclude spaces or special characters. So just use the numbers, don't use any dashes. And then your biography, again, take some time to write that. You have your agent license number, your compliance legal footer, which I left blank on mine. Again, your market center brokerage license number, H-62960. I'm not sure why brokerage office phone number is on there twice, but it is. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the dashes on there. And then again, if you wanted to link to something at the bottom, some kind of compliance legal footer, your title is what displays. And then your link is the URL that you would copy from whatever page you're linking to. And then your legal footer images, you can upload right here by clicking upload or click add image. I think add image would add multiple images if you wanted more than one. But I've left those blank. And again, you can always go back here and add things in, so don't feel like everything you do right here is finalized. You can always make edits. You're going to scroll down here and we're going to see the pictures that we had uploaded. So again, the profile picture and the team logo do need to be square. The market center, it says it needs to be square, but it'll be horizontal because you pulled it right from what you had downloaded from KW Connect. And then your social media links are right at the bottom there. And then your app link is also there, which not sure. Oh, might mess that up, but yeah, all these pull exactly from your marketing profile. So really just go through and make sure you spelled everything right. And once you finish that up, you're just going to go to the very bottom, move this, and click Save and Continue. It's at the very bottom of the page on the right side. So this next page, you're going to choose the style and theme for your website. I've tried doing the KW dark theme, and it doesn't seem to change much at all. It looks like it changes the logo, but since we include since we upload our own Market Center logo, it's not actually going to change the color of it. So it looks like maybe there's a bar that might change, but I've tried it and haven't noticed any difference, but I just used the red theme. Your home page text, which is right underneath that, is what's going to display on this front page of your website, right above the search bar. So I think I've kept mine pretty much what it gives you to start with, but if you want to change it up, maybe include your local area, let's find your home in Atlanta, something to encourage people to type into the search bar. And then your homepage hero images. So when we go back to the website, you're going to see that there are 5 images that cycle through on the front page. It's been open for a while, so let's try refreshing it. All right, not quite sure what's going on right now, but there's 5 images that are your background on the main page, and it's going to cycle through them. So let's see. Not sure why it's only showing 1 for me right now, but you can click upload and you'll see the recommended size is 1200 by 1200. So what I want to show you real quick is in designs, they have a few templates you can use if you do want to swap out the default images right here. And if you click preview on your pictures, it'll show you what it looks like. So I'm going to go up here to my other command tab. And we're going to go back into designs, which is right here on the left side, a few up from the bottom. We're going to click on the plus sign at the bottom right to create a new design. And I'm going to click on social to highlight that, and then just go to next at the bottom right. Now it's kind of hidden in a strange spot here, but on the left side of the page, you're going to see these arrows that drop down with more options. So we're going to click on lead generation, and that's going to open up a few different options here. And then we're going to click on my website at the very top. And then you'll see there are some pre-built social media posts you can use once you've created your site. But if you go here to the right side, you'll see Site Hero Images. So there's a few different templates you can go from, and all you do is click on it to open it up. You might have to click use. When you hover over it, it says use. So you just click on that and it's going to open up the design where you can swap out images or you can just use the ones that they've pre-built for you. So you'll see here at the bottom, it says 1200 by 900. So I'm almost certain that that is the correct size to use. So you'll see here when you're going through your Kelly guide, it says 1200 by 1200, which would be a big square, but that is not correct. It's supposed to be more of a horizontal image. So just keep that in mind. If you do want to upload your own images, use 1200 by 900 pixels rather than a square 1200 by 1200. So if you did want to use one of these pre-built templates here, you can highlight them and swap out images if you want. And then when you're finished customizing, you're just going to download it at the top right. And then do start download. And that's just going to show up at the bottom with your downloads. Right there. And then when you're back in here, you can click upload. So these are your hero images. Click on upload, and then you can just go ahead and drag that right in. And then click set image. And you'll see it pops up right there. You can preview it. It shows the picture that I swapped out. So this is a way you can make your website look a little bit different than everyone else's, because most people are keeping the original 5 images, which are nice images, but you might want to localize it a bit. So I used a Atlanta picture right here. And again, you can change these later. So if you want to just get your website set up to start, don't worry about that too much. So once you have your images all set, you're going to go to the very bottom right and click on Save and Continue. So now we're on the 3rd section here for content. So this is where you're going to create the 3 pages that it will initially set up on your website. And those are your company profile, your agent biography, and then a contact us form. So it's going to start with company profile here. You see at the top, it'll say navigation. If you click on that, you can rearrange which order the pages are in your menu by clicking and dragging them. And again, you can do this later as well. So if I wanted it to be second, I would just click and drag it like that. You're going to open up the search engine optimization dropdown, and there's going to be 3 sections here. So your page title is what's going to show up in your menu. So you can see on our website, I've changed ours to our team name rather than saying company profile. If you're not on a team, you could make a page about our office. So you could call it Keller Williams Atlanta North. You could make it about all of Keller Williams. Let's go ahead and set one up like that. So if I wanted to call it Keller Williams, I would type that in here. Your URL slug is what's going to show up after the domain name that you chose. So it'll say slash whatever you put here. So I might want to do slash Keller Williams. And your SEO description, you'll see when you hover over the little I here for information, it shows you what that section means. So to show you what an SEO description is, I'm going to go to Google, and I'm just going to look something up, say Atlanta homes. So on Google, you're going to see at the top of each of these is the URL, and then they have the site title. Right underneath, this is your SEO description. So it's really just a description of what that page is. That way, if someone comes across it online, it will give them an idea of what they're about to click on. So if you need some examples, just go to Google, look some things up, and see what people are writing underneath. So for this, I might put Keller Williams is a real estate company with, I don't know how many agents we have, 180,000, something like that. So don't worry too much about your SEO description. Just fill something in there, and if you want to change it up later, you can. And then lastly, we're going to click on content. So this is where we're going to design the actual page itself. So at the very top, you have your page header. So this is what's going to show up inside of this box at the top of the page. So this is the page title, essentially. So I might call this About Keller Williams. Your header image, you'll see the size is 2000 by 500. And that's just what's going to show up right at the back there. I think that image looks pretty good. But if you wanted to change it up, again, you could go in Designs, create a custom 2000 by 500 size design, and then throw in your own picture. And you would just click Upload right on the right side. And again, either drag it or click that and upload it. So we scroll down a bit, and intro paragraph is the top box we're going to fill out. So that's going to show up right underneath your top picture, right where those words are. And you'll see it automatically populates like that. So with these pages, you can really customize it however you'd like. So if you have a team, it could be about your specific team. This one about Keller Williams. Let's see. I'm just going to go to Google and look up Keller Williams and copy something over here. So this is from Wikipedia, it looks like. I'm just going to use it to show you how it looks. So just like that. So you see, you scroll down and you're going to have two different sections here where you can put in a title, a body, and then an image. So there's two different sections. So depending what you're doing with this page, you know, if you're doing it about Keller Williams, you might want to talk about our culture or our technology. So just take some time to write up what you want to be displayed here. Again, the headline is the title of the section, and then your paragraph is what goes in the body. I'll go back and look up culture and copy something over here. I would not recommend doing what I'm doing and just copying and pasting. I'm just doing this so we can get through these sections. And then I'll do it again for technology. And then for the images on each section, they are supposed to be square. You'll see 360 by 360. Again, it doesn't need to be exactly that size, but it does need to be a square image. So if you want to swap these out, again, you would just click upload and change that picture. So I might go into my files and find, say, a square KW logo. And when you click set image, it's going to swap that one out right there. So choose your images, set up your headlines and paragraphs, and then just keep scrolling down and you will see the footer. So the footer shows up right at the bottom underneath, pretty much right before your lead form is going to show up. So for your footer, you might want to put something like, do you have questions about Keller Williams? Or are you interested in a career in real estate, or something along those lines? But it's going to show up at the very bottom of the page. And then you're just going to go to the very bottom, and at the right corner, you're going to see continue. And that's going to save that page. So you've set up your company profile page. Next is your About Me page, your agent profile page. So again, you're going to set up the navigation. If you wanted to change the order of your menu, you just click and drag. You have your search engine optimization again. So your page title, what shows up in the menu. So you could do About Me, about your name. Your URL slug is what shows up after the domain. You have your SEO description. Again, those are just the words that show up underneath your website title on Google. And then you're going to go into your content. Now it should pull this up directly from your marketing profile. It should have your bio right in there. So page title, that's what shows up right underneath your headshot. Your title shows up right underneath there. So I've made ours real estate consultant at our team name. Your bio title is going to show up right here. And then your bio, that comes right from your marketing profile. Now, for some reason in the preview here, it's not showing the spaces. Not sure why that is, but we're going to try to save it and see how it looks once it's saved. So just type in your bio there, or if it's auto-populated, just make sure everything looks good. And then the bottom of the agent bio page is going to have a contact form. So if you're a team with multiple agents, you could make one of these pages for each of them and have their contact information at the bottom. So you're going to have the contact title that shows in bold at the top, and then just put in your phone number and email. Again, do not include the dashes, just include the numbers of the phone number. And then we're going to click on continue at the bottom right to go to the final page, which is the contact us form. Are we doing good, Carrie? No questions yet?
Yeah, I think we're doing good.
Awesome. I feel like we're going through this quick. I'm glad. Let's see. All right, so contact us form. This one is very simple. Your page title is just whatever you want at the very top, contact us or get in touch today, something along those lines. Or sorry, this is the SEO description. So this will be in the menu. So when you click on that menu drop down, I've made ours contact us. So this is what the page is going to look like. It's a very simple page. And so yeah, your page title goes in the menu. You have your URL slug, so contact or contact us, your SEO description. And then you're going to click on content to actually choose what goes on the page itself. So your page header. Your intro paragraph goes right underneath that. Your message hint is what's going to show up kind of in gray letters in the message box. So what you want to put here is kind of a description of what you want people to fill into this message. So you might put like, what is your address, or do you have any real estate needs? You know, get them to describe why they're filling out this contact form. And then again, your contact information will be at the bottom of the page. That's what you're going to put in right here. Now, when someone fills out one of these forms on your website, that contact is going to go directly into Command, into your contact database in Command, which is awesome. It goes right into your CRM. You don't have to enter in their info. It just saves it for them. So once you've created this page, you're just going to click Save and Continue at the bottom right. And that is essentially how you initially create your website. So you'll see there's a few options here. Once you've set that up, you can get to the frequently asked questions page. So if you click on that, it takes you to Connect, and you're going to see a lot of information about the website on this page. Your site settings, that's where we just were in site and app settings. So we're going to go back there in a second. And then if you wanted to create more pages for your website, you could click on that. You can also just go back into Command, and we'll show you how to do that. So if I click on Manage Sites, it should bring me to the Consumer tab. So in Command, just go back to the bottom left and click on Consumer. There's one thing you may need to do. It seems to be a strange little quirk about these websites that once you've created them, if you try typing it in, it's just going to go to the generic Keller Williams website. So if you are seeing that when you type in your URL, you're going to go to Consumer and click on Site and App Settings at the top right. And then you're going to see this toggle at the top of the page to use your information to brand your agent site. You want to make sure that is toggled on where the green light is on. And that is how it's going to actually customize to your information that you just filled out. And there's also a spot in the marketing profile. So again, at the top right, if you go into your settings, you're going to go into Connect setting and back into your marketing profile. And you're going to see that same toggle right here. So again, if for some reason your site is not branded, just check those two spots and make sure that this green dot is highlighted by toggling that on, just like that. So we're going to go back to Consumer Settings here at the bottom left corner. Going a little slow today, probably because everyone's at home playing with Command. All right, so a few quick things back on the Consumer tab. So to start, when you go back into Site and App Settings at the top right of the screen, on this home page where it says General, you can change what is shown on that home page. So it looks like I only actually have one picture on here right now, which is probably why when I tried to show you how they cycle through on the home page, it was not cycling through. So I need to actually go in and add a few more images. So if I wanted to, say, add that one that I just had created, I would just go into here. Click on that, and it's going to pop right up there. And then when I click Save Changes, if I go back to my website, it should cycle through those two. You can have up to 5 images there. So if you didn't swap them out originally, you can just go to the General tab and choose what you want there. You can change that text that's above your search bar right here. And then we talked about this app hero text in our app class the other day, but this is going to go on your download app landing page. You click on URLs and you're going to see your subdomain, which you can, I believe, change right here. So you can swap it out if you want. Wouldn't recommend swapping it out once you've started marketing it, but if you didn't like the first one you chose, you could swap it out right here. And then you have your app URL and your app text code, which again, you can click copy like that. It looks like custom domain they're working on. I'm not sure what that is, but hopefully it's going to be an easy way to link our custom GoDaddy or Google domains to the website.
Yeah, I think you're going to be able to go out and actually purchase a domain through this and manage it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me likey.
Very cool. So we'll keep you updated when that gets released, and we'll make a video for how to do that. While I'm on that subject, so say you have a custom domain. So I'll give you an example here. So this is my Keller Williams domain name .kw.com. We also own psjackson.com. And when I type that in, it takes me directly to the Keller Williams site. So to set that up, it gives a lot of people errors, I will tell you right off the bat. So you might need to contact whichever, if you use GoDaddy domain, Google domain, you might need to chat with their support to get it set up. But if you go to YouTube, I just looked up KW command GoDaddy, and there's a few different videos showing how to set that up. You'll see Jay created one right here. He makes a lot of great videos. YouTube's a great source if you ever have questions about your website. Just go there and type in command and then whatever you're trying to figure out, and you'll see a lot of videos on how to do that. So this video right here, forward to GoDaddy, you might want to check that out if you own a GoDaddy domain. So you can go into your GoDaddy account and set it up to forward to your Keller Williams account. Next, we have the theme tab, which is just choosing red or dark theme. And then this last one, site pages, is where you can actually go in and rearrange your menu just by clicking on the 6 dots, or I guess, yeah, click on the 6 dots on the left of the page title, and you're just going to drag it up or down to choose the order. And this is also where you can go back in and change what the title is in your menu, your URL, and your SEO description. So if you didn't fill those out when you first set it up, you can go back in and change those here. And then if you click the 3 dots on the right side, this is where you can delete pages. Or if you create a new custom page, you can click on Add Page at the bottom left, and it's going to pull up all the pages you've made. And you just select which one you want and press Continue. And then you're going to be able to fill out the information for that new page, which we're going to have another class fairly soon on creating some different pages. Make sure I covered everything. All right, so really those are the steps. You should have a website live if you've gone through that Kelly guide and your marketing profile. Does anyone have any specific questions on setting it up? Is anyone following along as we went?
No questions, following along. This was really amazing. I'm completely overwhelmed, but I'm hoping I have a website now.
Yeah, so this is, we are recording this right now. So we're going to post this on Facebook too if you guys want to go back and rewatch it. And again, you can go on YouTube, look up KW command, set up website or something like that. And you're going to see a lot of different videos on setting it up. Probably explained much quicker and better than I did.
No, you do a great job, Kevin.
Thank you. But yeah, there's so much great content out there on customizing these sites and setting them up. So definitely go to YouTube, look up KW Command, spend some time looking through the different resources that are out there. Also on KW Connect, there's some different resources. Come on, someone has a question for me. Chris Van Zant, you're full of questions.
I fielded a bunch of questions while you were working, so.
Oh, good, good.
Hopefully I was able to keep up with everybody's main issues.
Share. Oh yeah, there's a lot in the chat. Good job. All right, guys. Well, if there's no further questions, I guess we can wrap this up.
Quarantine, what a great time to work on your website.
It is. Yeah, take advantage of this time. You're at home. Command is a phenomenal tool, and there are plenty of resources out there to start learning it.
Thanks, Kevin.
You're welcome. See you guys. Stay safe. Have a good day.